because it will trace, we've actually gone in and done redaction on some of the fields for publication. So that's part of the technology we're working on. You can see the mobile app here with its cute little emojis. Oh, yeah, and the QA runner automatically closes it. This is actually, I'm really proud of this. Watch, I'm reopening it. It's starting up the local server that is required, right? The same system you see online runs on the phone. And then is going ahead, and after it fires up the back end, it will resume that task. So we should see the SSEs flowing now. Okay. Any questions at this point?
Anyone? Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting you talked about correlated failure. There was recently an article where they talked about how all of these AI agents do coalesce into one sort of framework.
Do you want to just come up here so can you hear him, Eric?
I can't. If you've got a mic or some way to, yeah.
Here, I'm going to try this mic. It might not work.
Yeah, it's easy.
That way you can also see the speaker as well.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. So I thought it was interesting when you talked about correlated failures. There was recently an article about how a lot of the AI agents are already kind of coalescing around like the weird societies, like the Western educated industrialized societies. So I was wondering, like, what does this do about if all of your agents have already correlated to that one framework? How do you start like move away from that? Or is that sort of how we're defining the ethical framework? Are we working with those to move towards that?
Yeah, there is no avoiding it, right? Great question. And that's what this paper that you can find at CIRIS.ai/research status is all about. Coherence collapse is a correlation-driven failure. That is inevitable. And unfortunately, because have you ever heard of Kish design effect?
I have not, no.
Okay. So the number of correlated constraints is related to, very directly correlated to, the fragility of the system, okay? And the complex systems we're building with multi-agent systems, the only good previous example we have are actually human societies and human communities. And what we see are exactly what we would expect from correlation-driven failure. Larger and larger groups form because correlation is an imperative, right? So we form larger and larger cooperatives, organizations to reach efficiencies, and then those inherently become static as they lose exemplar of the potential for that failure state.
Did that answer your question?
That was great. Yeah,
thank you. And we are back offline again.
Can you guys not see my screen?
I think we're having some network connectivity issues here on our side, so my apologies here. We just lost network connectivity for a couple moments. Any other questions here? That was a great question. Thank you so much. Yeah, come on up. Just caution for the wires here.
Yeah, so it feels like you're building a sort of flexible framework that can adhere to the ethics of different cultures, but you mentioned that it wouldn't cooperate with cannibals, for instance. So
Right.
isn't there some sort of gatekeeping that you're intrinsically doing at this level?
That's what's right here, right? There's actually quite a bit of automation who I've confronted. So these are the foundational principles, right? Along with medical M1. If you don't agree with the foundational principles, you would have to fork the code, right? And create a new version with a different foundational ethical framework, which is totally